Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P day trade setups for today. So the noise is out the way, and we had quite a bit of noise come through yesterday, and we did sort of, let's not call it rally, but we did move to the upside. I think personally this area here, and it's not going to be an exact size, but this area around 43.76 is the line in the sand. That's what we need to be watching. So if you look at the weekly, you'll see that the previous week swing low, and there were two other previous weeks where it was used as support, and prior to that there were 2 weeks where it was kind of used as resistance. So that's a key element there. But look at these tails. This is like a rounding bottom that's formed at the moment, and we still have an inside bar at the moment, so it's still very much sideways. But yeah, earnings season kicked off yesterday, which pretty good results coming through for, there weren't many companies that announced results yesterday, but every one of them was above expectations. So what's next? Are we going to clear this area and move to the upside, or are we going to move to the downside? So right now, this is a consolidation triangle, and it's been consolidating over pretty much 4 weeks. So let's just get down. There may be stuff that we can see on the lower time frame. So firstly, on the 3 hour, most of this week has been sideways. So it was a big move up, and then a big move down, and then sideways. We've cleared the sideways price action. There is a bit of a gap lower down. We're just above the moving averages, haven't cleared the 155 EMA, so trend is technically still to the downside, and oscillators nowhere at the moment. If we move across to the hour, hopefully we see something completely different. So key thing here is oscillators are grouped to the upside. We are kind of above the structure that we're looking at, but we do have a gap to the downside, and that is an opening gap from this morning. So I would anticipate a move back down. Now the big question is where to? Logic says this is the area we should be going to, which is 43.66. Nice area. You can see there's a lot of interaction here. You can see it was used as support, used as resistance, used as resistance, used as resistance here, just going into close, and then basically after the market's closed, we gapped above it. So I would expect us to come back and test it. So this would be the area that I'd be paying attention to. I don't see anything else. If we do drop below this, then I anticipate we're more than likely going to try and find, probably turn this into a bigger range, or find something a little bit lower down for support. That would be kind of an area that we would need to look at, which would be 43.50 area. So yeah, I'm kind of just sit and wait. Let's just get to 50-minute. There might be something here that we are missing. It doesn't look that way. I think the key thing here is this trend line that was formed, that is broken. You can see it there on the 15. So there was a trend line, moved above it, broken, rejecting it. So more than likely what you see there is going to be a double top. This will be a double top, move back down, and double top target would be something in the line of that. So that gives us more than likely that area there. So yeah, I would be waiting for this area here. So 43.66 is the area I'd be waiting for. There is a little bit of structure a little bit below that as well. On the 15 you can see it fairly clearly, but look to the left, there's quite a bit of support here, and it does look like we've cleared it. So the idea is just wait for it to come and test. It is a retest of the 155 EMA on the hour, and that to me is a confirmation of a trend reversal. So you can see we got above it here, tried to defend it there, started getting going. I mean, we did get a trade in here which didn't work out, but then rejected it. So first time, let's see if second time is going to work. Otherwise it'll more than likely drop below it and then come back above it. So in other words, range. So at the moment it's really confusing. I suppose confusing is the best word for it. So for me, sideways. Pay attention to the pullback. I'm potentially looking for a move to the upside, but ultimately for the upside to get moving properly, we need to get above this 44 118. So let's just call it 4,400. We need to get above 4,400 convincingly and come back and test it. That would really trigger the thought process that we need to look for longs. At the moment, it may be something is building. That's definitely, I mean, we've got a triangle forming, so something is building. Which way are we going to go? That's a big question. So if we can stay above the 155 today on the hour and pretty much get the whole day above it, I would expect another move up, at least to come and test the top of this trend line, which is going to be around 4,400. And then we need to clear that 4,400 area. Clear the 4,400 area, then it's 4,418 that we need to get through, and then it's pretty much plain sailing. I mean, I think earnings season will drive us higher. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. Just bear in mind that there is some negative news coming through from Apple, and Apple's a big player on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So they're dropping their forecasts before earnings season. So that could sort of throw a spanner in the works. But I think at the moment, no, we are sideways. So I'm still sit on the sidelines. We wait for the structure forms, then we will get in for our next set of trades. Anyway, that's it for me this morning. Hope it helps you somewhat, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.